Guys, so I wanted to talk about my controller before I moved into looking at that emulator again. And this is called a Razer Kishi. And the first you'll notice that it has all the normal buttons you would expect. Some hat buttons. Pretty solid little entry. Feels really good. But how in the world does that work with your phone? For those who don't know. Well, this comes off. And there's little release catches here if you're trying to be really careful with it. And then it opens like that. And then you can see that this stretches a bit. That's to accommodate the phone. And here, there's a USB-C, and that's what hardwire connects it to the phone and allows you to get a latency-free connection. And then this lip here, it's on both sides, it's kind of a hard rubber that makes the mating. And it just happens to stretch far enough for me to put my phone in. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so now we're back into the RetroArch interface. And I'm going to go ahead and load the core I downloaded again. Now, the problem we had when we were loading the content was we were going into this downloads directory and there's nothing in it. It turns out this is the wrong downloads directory. So, nothing terribly concerning. If I go up a parent directory, there's another download directory here that's alongside my documents folder. And if I go in there, I can see all the other stuff I've downloaded. So we'll go ahead and click on the Stunt Race FX and see. Hey, look at that! Alright, I'm going to turn the volume down real quick here. And just make a quick mention about the legality of downloading a ROM and running it. Usually, you're going to want to check certain websites. There's websites on the internet. You can Google this. It's easy to find information. And make sure that the ROM that you're downloading is what they call abandonware or has been released. Because other than that, then the companies who wrote these games are still monetizing them, and if they are, and you download the ROM, then you're guilty of piracy, and nobody likes a pirate. You can potentially get in trouble for it. I really doubt anybody's going to come after you for it. But honestly, it's about respect for the people who put the money and time into writing a game. You know, I've put some time and money into writing games myself, and I know that it's worth it to support the developer. If you like the game, make sure you do right by the developer and get them some money for it. Now, the best way to get a ROM legally is to own the cartridge in question, and then you can get like specialized hardware and things to download the ROM off of that cartridge. In this particular case, I do own the Stunt Race FX cartridge. In fact, I think I own 2 copies of it because it's just such a good game. Did I actually get this ROM from that? No, I didn't. And that goes into a moral and legal gray area. Do I own the ROM? Yes, I do. I did pay money and support the developer. But this particular ROM didn't come from that, and so technically it is also piracy. Am I willing to take that risk? Yeah, probably. Anyway, so that's just my rant. Support the developer. You know, pay for your games. Be cool. Okay, let's move on to configuring this beast here, because what I need to do is set the controller mappings. This is the select button. We've got a start button. I've got the button to hide the interface. And then there's this little Android button. Looks like we're going in the right direction. Let's core options, controls. Alright, let's manage remap files. No, I don't need to remap. Port 1 controls. Did it just detect these and they're all working? I hope so. That would be really cool. Let's jump out of this and just pull up the game panel here. Put my fingers on the buttons and let's press B. And oh my gosh, the controls just pulled in and worked. That makes things a lot easier. Now I'm going to turn the volume back up a little bit here, so we can get that nice, good retro gaming feel going on. And look at that. Historically, the emulators for this particular game have been really sketch, because this game runs on the FX chip, and there was only 2 games ever made for the FX chip that I know of. And everybody knows Star Fox, but this is its lesser-known brother. And it really should have gotten more well-known than it was, in my humble opinion, because there's so many fun little Easter eggs. Like you see that Nintendo truck driving across the track. This is a fun little Easter egg. This whole game is full of those. Like the Star Fox team at some points will actually fly over the track and drop you power-ups. Just little fun things like that. It was a really well-done game, in my humble opinion. Now, to be fair, it also has its share of issues. There are half-pipe levels in the water zone where there's a half-pipe, and that half-pipe is darn near impossible to drive on. And so that's one of the worst things in the world, is driving off the track and falling in the water, an immediate death. I'll my boost here, because I might as well. And you do want to try to get the best times you can get, because these extra time seconds do add up. And they can be critical in later levels. So just being ahead is not enough. You want to really push your times to get as many of those extra time seconds as you can. You'll need them. Alright. So there you go. That's playing emulation on your Super Nintendo emulation on the phone. Which is pretty sweet, gotta say. Alright, how to save the game. Let's see, let's go into that menu again. I'm not sure how one would save the game. Autosave state? That sounds useful. Wait, what did it do? Apparently I can't turn that on, because every time I tap it, it moves my cursor to some other location. Okay, now we got it. Don't tap on the toggle button, tap on the text. Alright. Well, that should hopefully do it. What does that button do? Oh, that changes it from an analog to a D-pad. It's turbo button. Yep, I guess that's all there is to know about that. There's another button. No, I don't see any save buttons. But I do see continue buttons. What's funny is the on-screen controls are actually different from the controls set up on the D-pad, or on the button pad. Here's that stupid half-pipe range about. X is the turbo key. I just hate that half-pipe. That half-pipe is the worst. The worst. Pick up my boost. Burn it going up out of there, so you keep your speed high. Survived it again. Burn your boost going through the water there. Otherwise the truck will catch up to you. The truck is not burdened quite so much as this car is by the water. The L and R buttons do have an effect in this game. They will grind a little bit, like that, so you can drift. One of the earlier entries in racing games that did have that. F-Zero, I think, was the first one to add that. Which is pretty obvious since the buttons were introduced on the Super Nintendo controller. And F-Zero is the one that came with the system when you purchased it new. So of course. Alright, well you guys have a great day. I gotta go. Peace out.